What's up with it? You know what it is, big bro, player talk. We in a little bit of a different setting because this is hella spur of the moment. Uh, Normally I wouldn't even do no video like this for real, but I'm clear headed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't smoked or nothing like that, so I'm in my right mind and everything with this. I got a new rule. I'm about to implement a new rule, and just just out this one rule is giving me an idea for some stuff later on down the future. Like I might do a rule book. Like I could see that coming, like doing like a rule book, uh, and putting that out. But and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna preface this a little bit before I say what I really gotta say. It shouldn't have to be like this. It shouldn't have to be like this. But times are different, and I kind of did this to myself. To be honest, I did this to myself because everybody ain't like me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you deal with people, and you want to assume people got the same values. People are as solid as you are, and people function the way you function, and they don't. So the new rule is this: uh, if you are pursuing a woman, or you interested in a woman, or you talking to a woman, and you trying to get at her on that level, you can't talk to any nigga about it. Period. No nigga at all. None. Unless this dude has zero affiliation to her, the environment that you interact with her on, or anything like that. It gotta be like, yeah, my brother who live in a whole different state, I told him about it, type shit. Because I just had some shit come my way, and I'm not gonna lie and say it's funny, but since I said in one of my songs, I think heartache is funny. What you gonna do for me? Most likely ignore me when I need you the most. I do. I think hard. I got to a point where I done dealt with so much shit in my life that when some painful shit come my way, sometimes I just laugh. Like I be like, I just get a kick out of it almost. Like, oh, here comes some more bullshit, and it's just kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so check this, right? Because I want to, and the reason why I'm saying this is because my whole goal and what I'm doing is trying to help dudes interact with women on a better level to not make so many mistakes. Because I want to say this, and this is for the ladies. Well, this is for something for the guys to understand about ladies. It's very common that women are going to be looking for excuses not to talk to you. Like while you kind of going about your way. Let's say you cool and you ain't somebody that's about to tiptoe. You gonna move how you move, and if you don't like me, that's cool. Uh, and that's how you should be moving. She's gonna be looking this whole time. What's the reason why I cannot talk to him? What's the reason why I can like say, oh, see, niggas ain't shit. And even if you tiptoeing, if you a nigga that's tiptoeing, you probably more likely to make a mistake because you trying too hard. And you gonna say or you gonna do something, and she gonna be like, I ain't like that. See, I knew it. Cut off. You know. So how I want to say this? Like, all right, check this. Right. What's the thing? I talk commonly about being in recurring environments. Like you in a place like church, you gonna go there every week. You at a place like gym, you go there 2, 3 times out the week. You go to work every day. You go to school every day, right? Or in your own neighborhood, you at your neighborhood every single day. So I talk commonly about places where you're gonna be all the time. Cause in my lifetime, most of the relationships that I got into, I was in places like work, school, or something like that, where I had time to get to know somebody without it being like I just saw somebody at the gas station, we hollered, we got up on the phone, and we linked up in the real world. Most of those be like little flings. Like most time when I got at somebody like that, it was a fling. Uh, but like both, like my ex and my kid's mom, I met both of them at work. So that's why I talk like this, because this is like my experience level. So check this, right? I want to use, I could be like metaphorical, like let's say metaphorically speaking, but I ain't about to bullshit. I want to get this out and I want it clear so my niggas can understand what I'm saying. All right. When you talking to a woman, you got to understand the things that turn niggas into snakes is money and women. Niggas like attention too, but money and women is what will make a nigga snake you or make a nigga do some whole shit that'll make you look bad. Okay? So if you talking to a woman or you talking about some money, especially If you're talking about a lot of money, and especially if you're talking to a woman that look good, it's gonna be some niggas that was cool with you that all of a sudden ain't gonna like you so much no more, and weird shit gonna start happening, and you ain't gonna know it until some roundabout shit come your way. With women, women are more like attention. Women will start acting funny if another woman's getting more attention. Like I said, niggas like attention too, but it's money and women that get niggas fucked up. So check this out, right? So I'm interacting with this woman. I'm communicating with this woman, and like I be saying, like in some of the other videos, if I see somebody I like or see something I like, I'm gonna shoot my little shot, and there ain't really gonna be no pressure on it. It ain't like I got all my eggs in the basket. It's really entertainment. You know, you sit there, why sit over there see something you like, and then for the next week, I wonder, I wonder, I wonder. Stop wondering, go see. Uh, so I'm interacting with this woman. It's real slow and casual. Like I be telling you, it might take a couple months to build a rapport. So you got to be patient. So we got to the point where we were sociable. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be no big deal if I walked up to her and had a quick little conversation. It wouldn't be like, oh, what this nigga want. So what happened? We get kind of cool. You know what I mean? Where we can kind of joke with each other a little bit, uh, but nothing major, nothing crazy. So I can be silly, I can be funny, and I can be flat out stupid sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm human. I accept myself around the board. You know, uh, so I said some goofy shit, and I knew it was goofy, and it was kind of intentional, right? I warmed it up first with like some lightweight goofy shit, like nothing too bad, like you know what I mean. And she kind of like, and then I pushed it. I was kind of like on some, let me see it. You know what I mean? On some straight Pimp C, Bun B type shit. Let me see it. Let me see it. And she came back at me like, whoa, pump your brakes, homeboy. You disrespectful. You out of line. You out of pocket. You need to check yourself. Now, me personally, at the moment, I'm like, whoa, you out of line. You the one sending mixed signals. But that ain't the point. That's really not the point. I stood my ground in my response. Like in my response, I was like, hey, this is me. If you can't handle it, then say that. But you ain't gonna monitor what I say. Especially because I mean what I'm saying. I'm not playing. Uh and it was kind of like, well, we gonna see what happened from here type shit. You know. So check this though. So even though in this message, I'm like standing my ground, I'm saying what I want to say, and hey, I'm a nigga and I'm a man, and what I say stand. I'm gonna tell on the niggas real quick. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna apologize to the homies because I'm about to tell on us a little bit, right? Ladies, like when you're dealing with a nigga, he acting all cool and acting like, hey, if I see you, I see you. If I don't, I don't. If it crack, it cracking. If it don't, little do you know when like y'all interacting with us and we interacting with y'all and the shit's going cool and smooth, niggas be in their bed at night just fantasizing and reminiscing about how good the interaction is and how good the shit going. You'd be like, yeah, I was talking to her like this, and she was like that. She was smiling. She got that cute little smile. And, her cheeks kind of go like this, and then she kind of be looking at you. Like, we really be excited about our interactions because, honestly, it'd be very difficult getting up with women. And a lot of women will wonder why guys don't approach them. And I'll say shit like, oh, you unapproachable, you standoffish. That is true. A lot of women are. But a lot of it be the dude, like a nigga like me, I'm not worried about you. And I'm talking about like, oh, woman look good. I'm not scared because you look good. My thing, do I feel like doing this shit? Like, do I feel like going through all this shit because my experience has shown me how difficult this shit can be. And my mind is focused on some other shit right now. I'm trying to work my way up to some stuff. So, yeah, I want to interact with some women. I want to, entertain myself. I want to get up, but I don't want that to be a distraction to what I'm trying to accomplish. So, it'll kind of have me being like, man, she ain't over there. This woman did this to me the other day. I'm sitting there talking to three dudes, and this woman is staring at me, making funny faces at me. And at first, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. She wasn't like the type of woman I would even talk to. She was not an older, like a white lady, maybe in her late 30s or early 40s, and she was looking at me, and at first I thought she was telling me like to get back to work or some shit like that, right? But then she was like, start doing these like funny little movements, like, and I'm kind of looking at the niggas. I'm like, ain't nobody seeing this but me, and I'm kind of trying like, hey y'all, what the fuck is going on over there? I'm kind of like trying eye my way over there, and niggas is looking at me and they see that I'm not paying attention to what they saying. They see what they start kind of peeking over, and this lady's kind of like, and then she kind of like this, like I'm like, and then she's like doing these weird gestures, and I'm not knowing what the fuck is going on. Like, you know, I'm like, what the fuck is this lady doing? Like, what the fuck? This shit weird, yo. And then she kind of like, as and I'm kind of like trying to like, I'm looking off, like, hey, lady, stop, like, stop, you creeping me out, yo, stop it. So she finally like stops doing what she's doing and goes on about her business. And the niggas I'm sitting, they laughing. They, oh, she wants you, cuz she want. I'm like, nigga, that was weird, nigga. She's just sitting there making a bunch of weird faces at me, yo. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? So, damn, saying all that almost got me sidetracked. All right, but look, so a dude will be sitting there, be real excited about your interaction. You know what I'm saying? But when he deal with you, he gonna be cool because he gotta be. You know what I'm saying? So, where I want to go with this? Where I want to go with this? All right, so this is what happened. So, like I told you, I said some wild shit, and she was like, "Yo, you disrespectful, okay?" And I'm like, I stood my ground, but in my head, I'm thinking like, "Yo, man, did I fuck the whole shit up?" Because I've invested my time. I've been sitting here getting to know this woman, or trying to get her to know me for a hot second, and with no particular desire. Like, I'm a dude. I look at a nice looking woman. You kind of know what it is, but I try not to go in with expectations because that's how you really fuck shit up. So, but I done invested this time, and even at this point, you get to a point where like, hey, this person kind of cool. So you like, yeah, I didn't sit here and get cool with somebody just for the shit to be fucked up like that on some roundabout behind my back shit, right? So this is what happens, and I'm telling you this for educational purposes. So I asked the homies. I asked like, I got two younger homies that I talk to sometimes. Uh, because this woman is a little younger than me. So I'm like, maybe this shit I'm on is too much. So I'm like, I asked two of the younger homies. I'm like, hey yo, I said some shit to a girl, and she said I was out of pocket. And I told them what I said, and they was like, yeah, that's out of pocket. And they was like, who the fuck you trying to get at? And I'm like, old girl I've been trying to talk to, the cute one with the big booty. So they're like, okay, yeah, you can't come like that. You can't come like that. And I'm like, why not? Like, that's what I'm on. So they kind of put me up like on some young nigga uh inbox game. So I'm like, I feel that, but I don't know. We gonna see what happens. So I'm not thinking nothing of this, right? As I said it, as I'm saying this story, I kind of see my mistake already. I see the mistake, and the problem is this be the problem. As a dude, maybe you made an honest mistake. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the fact, and this is why I be kind of telling people, the fact that I like you, and the fact that you acting difficult, the fact that the woman acting like the thing I'm trying to get is weird, and acting like she don't know what I'm trying to do. Now this is causing me to go outside of myself, because since you clearly, I'm coming to you, and the way I'm coming to you acting like I'm tripping because I'm like being direct, and now you like, nigga, you disrespectful. But I'm like, I thought this is what we was leading up to. So now I'm like, well, I'm confused. So I need some advice. I need some help. So I'm gonna ask some niggas I think might be able to help me. Uh, because I'm open minded. Like I said, I think people got value. So this is the problem. This is the problem with the shit, right? So you done sat here, you been warming this woman up, getting to know her. Y'all getting cool. Y'all getting comfortable. You getting excited about the situation because you're like, yo, this is a nice looking woman, and we having a good interaction. And you thought maybe you fucked the shit up. You got a little advice from the homies, and now the shit's still cool. But this the problem. So shit's still cool, right? And y'all communication begins to progress. Y'all go from kind of just passing each other to chit chatting to having full fledged conversations to like sitting down and sharing each other's company. You know what I mean? To where like, yeah, we comfortable with each other. We getting comfortable with each other now. And what'll happen is in these environments where other people in y'all business because y'all in public. Like people see y'all walking around with each other. People see y'all talking to each other. So y'all business is out in public a little bit already. And what'll happen is this: a nigga that you thought was cool, or niggas that you think is cool, or somebody that you thought was cool, somebody you thought was cool just switched up on you because they see you progressing with this woman and see that, oh, this nigga ain't just capping and this nigga ain't just talking and he ain't just one of these niggas that run up at girls just so people can see him running up on girls. Like, oh, this nigga really about that action and he know how to make some shit happen. They about to throw some salt. They about to throw some salt in your game because it's a lot of shit down that light hitting hard. It's a lot of shit that let me see. I don't want the light fucking the shit up. It's a lot of shit that like I would never do. And I get it. Like niggas will come to me sometime and tell me shit about other people. Like I had a homie, he came and told me about some shit another nigga was doing with a chick. And I took note of it because I'm like, if you telling me what he'll do with a chick, I need to be careful. But this is the thing though. And I be thinking like this. I'm a different type of nigga though. And people be knowing that. So I be like, well, maybe this nigga know he can come and tell me that because it's me. I can tell Grizz this because it's Grizz. Grizz ain't about to do that. You know what I mean? But you just gotta be careful in general because you saying something. So this is what's gonna happen, right? You're gonna think everything is cool. And most likely this is how it always happens. This is how it happened to me. It'll come off of what you think is a victory. You'll be like, yeah, nigga, we got up. We was hanging out after work. Like for example, this is metaphorically speaking. This ain't how the situation happened. Cause I don't wanna be too blunt. You'll be like, yeah, after work, I saw her after work. I was by her car. I was like, hey, why don't we just sit down and talk for a minute? Yeah, nigga, we was sitting down for like a good hour, nigga, just talking, nigga. I was like, yeah, nigga, shit was cool. Right? So you thinking, yeah, yeah, we got some shit going now. Like, yeah, nigga, it was going there. And then what'll happen is a day or two later, you're gonna get a text message. This is where shit get fucked up. Alright? You niggas need, I hope y'all niggas is listening and paying attention to this shit. You're gonna get a text message. You know what this message is gonna say? It's gonna say something to the effect of so disappointed, sad face. It's gonna say some shit like what's it gonna say? It's gonna say some shit like who you tell our conversation to? Crying face emoji. Alright? Or it might be like it might be some shit as far as like you was giving me hope, but I'm done with all you niggas now. Skull face. Yeah. And you gonna be sitting there like, what the fuck is this? And now you up in your head like, what the fuck could have happened? We was just kicking it the other day. Now I'm getting the skull face and the crying face emoji talking about, you know what I'm saying? I give up on you niggas. So this is what happens. Some nigga done ran around hating on you. Alright? And think about this and think about this. You went to somebody like, hey yo, I got this little situation. I don't know what to say. How would you handle this? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what to do. I don't know everything. I know I know a lot of stuff. I don't know everything. So I'm open. I'm like, so how would you handle this? Like I said something. She was offended by it. She got like I disrespected her, and my intent ain't to disrespect her. So I don't want to stand on that. I don't want to stand on disrespect. Oh, I disrespected you. So the fuck what? That's me. Get over it. That's not me. So if you sit and tell me I disrespect you, that's gonna bother me. I'm gonna be like, all right, how can I fix that, low key? And now, somewhere in here, because if this woman ain't went and told nothing or said nothing about y'all interaction like that, or let's say this, however the information came back to her, however this information came back to her, it's clear that it must have leaked from his side of the field. Well, she know information ain't safe. Things I do with you ain't safe. That's how she gonna feel, whether that's the case or not. But that's how she gonna feel, because that's only logical to feel like that. You get what I'm saying? So now as a nigga, you gotta. Now you in a weird place. You know why? Because now you gotta figure out. You gotta leak. You gotta leak somewhere on your team. You thought you was cool. You thought you was safe. You thought the people you surrounded yourself with was solid and function like you. And now you gotta figure out where this leak is at and patch it up. And when I mean patch it up, you gotta eliminate this nigga. You gotta get this nigga. You can't fool with this nigga no more. You gotta excommunicate this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because to be perfectly honest, it's normal to communicate. You sitting there telling me a woman is on the fence, am I gonna fuck this nigga? Am I not gonna fuck this nigga? And she ain't talking to nobody. She talking to her sisters, somebody. She talking to her mama. She talking to her homegirl. She talking to her gay best friend or something. She asked like, yeah, we getting kind of cool. The nigga kind of funny. I kind of want the dick. And she ain't sitting here just making all these decisions by herself. She communicating with her friends too. But her friends ain't hating on her. Her friends ain't going around spilling the tea. Somebody on your side, somebody on my side, is talking way too fucking much. You know what I'm saying? So this is the new rule. When you pursuing a woman, bro, when a nigga asks you, so what's up with y'all? None of your business. Because this is one thing, and this is why it's important. It's nothing to tell. Think about everything I said at this point. We introduced ourselves, we said a few jokes, and now we sat down after work one day, metaphorically speaking. We sat down after work one day and had a conversation for about 30 minutes to an hour. It's nothing to tell. Like, so it's kind of, and this is why it's kind of goofy, and this is why I said women look for excuses not to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of goofy, to be honest, because like it's nothing to tell. Like ain't nothing happened. So for a woman to come at you with the whole crying face and dead face emoji, it's like, what are you dead about? Like what's ain't nothing happened. Ain't nothing to tell. Which also throw a nigga off because you be like, what can you tell if it ain't nothing to tell? But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, you just can't like. I'm just telling you right now. I'm telling you now. Like, so you can do what you want to do, and to some degree, it's normal. Like, you got to communicate. You need advice sometimes. So yeah, I ain't saying don't never get advice, but you need to be as tight-lipped as possible now. Like, I'm just seeing how shit is because, like I said, I'm kind of from a different era. Like like where I come from, how I grew up, and shit like that, and it's some other shit I want to say, but it ain't really totally related to this video. But to be honest, like from where I'm from, with how I grew up, the neighborhood I grew up in, the niggas I grew up around and shit like that, we just didn't do shit like that. Like that's just not how we function or operated. So like I gotta acknowledge that I'm in a new era, and I'm not with these niggas I used to grow up with, and I'm not with these niggas I done came up with, and niggas do function different, and niggas is kind of different and weird, and especially if I'm dealing with guys that's a little younger than me and shit like that. Uh, this is just what it is. You gotta shut the fuck up. Be tight-lipped. Yeah, and it really shouldn't have to be like that because niggas shouldn't be running around gossiping like bitches. And if if you need some advice and you think somebody's your homie, you should be able to go to your homie and ask for some advice. That shouldn't be crazy, but apparently you can't. So the new rule is you interacting with a woman, you try to get close to a woman, none of these niggas need to know your business. And anytime a nigga asks or show interest in what you're doing with another woman, you need to that should be a red flag. All right. So this is Big Bro Grizz. You watching Player Talk. Loose lips sink ships. Don't be talking to these dudes about no woman you talking to, because you don't know who the hater is, you don't know who a snake, and you don't know where that leak is in your camp. And niggas will be happy even if they ain't getting it, just to know you ain't getting it. It's suckers out here. Watch out.